No one can win every battle, but no man should fall without a struggle. Quotes from Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
It's the Geek Nation Podcast. Let's go! Today on the Geek Nation Podcast, Rocky and I is going to be talking about the awesome first two episodes of Disney Plus exclusive series Hawkeye. And then we have a crazy story about our adventure of trying to get these damn Spider-Man No Way Home tickets and the possibility, well, not even possibility, it's confirmed that Tom is working on another 3 MCU Spider-Man films. More to you on the Geek Nation Podcast. Yo, what's up? My name is Dopest Geek.
I'm Rocky Comics.
And this is the Geek Nation Podcast. Man, what an eventful week. First of all, I hope you had a really good Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was a few days ago. Hope you ate real good. Before we get started, how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was pretty good. I just spent time over at my auntie's and then back home and ate Thanksgiving dinner.
I spent time with my auntie too. My wife wasn't here, so I had to spend it. So I literally just had to sit in that back corner, awkward, watching all because like all my kids are like, not all my kids. I'm sorry, all my cousins are kids. That's what I was trying to say. Like all my cousins, like my oldest, other than me, my oldest cousin that was there is like 16, and at 16, all you're doing is playing video games, and it's not even like regular video games. It's just like those little weird, I don't know, simulator games and something I would never play. So, but other than that, I mean, I had a good time and things like that. But hey, Christmas is coming up. My favorite time of the year.
Mine's too.
I love Christmas. I love everything about it. I probably like Christmas more than my actual birthday. That's how much I like Christmas.
I agree.
Yeah, and Jesus' birthday. I like Jesus' birthday more than my birthday. But yeah, so to get things started, we're going to talk about the first couple episodes of Hawkeye that they released 2 episodes of Hawkeye. It was funny because my wife did not know that. She's like, this thing is still on? I said, yeah, there's like 2 episodes. She's like, wait, what? So she was really about to like get up and go after the first episode. I said, wait, we got one more. Which was weird because like my wife actually enjoyed Hawkeye. She really loves it, like so far, even though they didn't like, not much has happened.
She probably like street level.
Yeah,
movies.
That's the type of stuff like my wife like she likes more. I'm saying
like in-game level type of movies.
Realistic, yeah. Like it's all so fake. That's why she like, believe it or not, she actually really like Daredevil, like all the Netflix shows, like Daredevil, Jessica Jones.
So she sat down and watched those with
Luke
you?
Cage. Yeah, she watched. I think she liked Luke Cage the most.
Yeah.
But Hawkeye was a really, really awesome show. We're going to start off with a spoiler-free. I actually feel like this. If I'm being honest, there's really nothing much happened in terms of spoilers, but we're going to start off spoiler-free without all the details. But I would say this: so far, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a really fun. It's a really fun show to watch. I love that it's. I feel like I'm watching like a holiday special because that's exactly what it feels like. It's very Christmas oriented, which is fun because actually when you think about it, how they releasing the episodes. Excuse me. The last episode of Hawkeye releases on the week of Christmas. So that's why they did. I think that's why they did the first 2 episodes.
That's pretty smart.
On the same, because they wanted to be finished by Christmas, and then on top of that, Boba Fett comes out that same month, the book of Boba Fett, and I don't know if they was trying to cross streams or anything. I don't know if anything like that has ever happened, but other than that, it's a really fun show. I highly recommend it, even if that's something that you want to wait and binge on Christmas. 'Cause nothing else has happened, nothing crazy. I can honestly say. In terms of releases, any connections and things like that. There was something that very interesting that happened in the first episode that we're going to talk about in just a second. And I would say that's like something that was really interesting that they were doing. And apparently there's some type of plot hole in all that. I'm not sure. I know like the timeline of the MCU is kind of all over everywhere. Remember that time error that they did in Spider-Man or something like that? It was something kind of like that.
Well, I think for that Spider-Man thing, they came out and said that they didn't mean to put that. Mm-hmm. So who knows?
How'd that make the final cut? I don't know how you just like make big ass mistakes like that.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I heard that a lot.
Yeah.
Because Haley Seinfeld, Kate Bishop is like 20. Was it 21
She's
or
22.
22.
Yeah, she's a college student, so that's pretty young. But I would say this.
That's crazy because Spider-Man is older than her in the comics.
Yeah.
And now she's older than him. And
did they explain? Okay, I'll put it like this. We're about to start getting into spoiler territory, so now we're going to get in more details. So if you haven't watched the episode of the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye, please skip forward later to the next portion of our podcast when we talk about Spider-Man tickets and stuff like that. But now we're going to get into the actual spoilers. So, did they ever explain that she got blipped?
No.
So
they never brought it up, so who knows?
Because that's the thing. I want to know if she got blipped. And that's one thing is like going further into the MCU, because I think they're going to be talking about Thanos and Endgame for the next 5 years.
I honestly think she didn't.
I don't think she did.
Through that little opening where you see her like grow up, it never like indicates that something bad happened to her.
Because you have to understand that also like Peter in the MCU, Peter is technically 5 years older than her, in a sense. So if Peter,
if he did survive, yeah.
Yeah, if he did survive, yeah, he's actually 5 years older. So
he'd be 21 or 22.
Yeah,
around that age. Because
actually they're the same age. That's yeah.
Yeah,
so technically
realistically, but
in the comics,
in the MCU, he's technically 16 due to the 5-year thing.
Yeah, and I think like the blip is something that's going to change Marvel forever. They always going to refer back to the blip, back to the snap. Things like that. It's just it forever changed the world in the MCU, I guess. But I think like the most interesting part throughout this is literally the beginning, that they were in the crossfire in the Battle of New York. I thought that because when I saw what they say 2012, like what year was that? 2012.
2012.
When I saw that, I was like 2012. What happened in 2012? I could not, and I was really trying to put 2 and 2 together. I said, well, no, let me not overthink it. Let me just enjoy the show. And then you start seeing the actual Battle of New York. And I was like, yo, what?
I actually thought about something, about the whole age thing. Because technically, I don't like that they said it, because I feel like it doesn't make sense. But apparently, that was Peter Parker in Iron Man 2.
Oh, man.
So that kid was about like 8. And when did Iron Man 2 come out?
I don't know. Like, the thing is another thing is
I'm just thinking about that.
Obviously, this is something we're going to talk about. Tom Holland is a bullshitter.
Well, he said Kevin confirmed it.
Did he?
Yeah, he said he had a talk with Kevin, and they confirmed it.
He had a talk with Kevin, and he confirmed it. I need to see Kevin on paper. I need to see Kevin in real life saying that in an interview. Yeah,
because they were asking about has Peter Parker always been in this universe?
Nah, they just pulling stuff out their ass.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I said I didn't like it.
If I'm being honest, I refuse to believe that. As a bullet is, I don't either believe it.
But
I'm not gonna think.
They low key probably gonna put it in freshman year and be like, "Yep."
Freshman year. Nah, they put that in freshman year. I'm turning it off. Not playing. No, I'm not. I'm still watch it. But I'm gonna just shake my head while I'm enjoying the show. But going back to Hawkeye, I would say the fight choreography is actually really amazing. In terms of Haley Steinfeld's and even Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye. I think the villain that they're introducing is the Swordsman, which is a classic villain. I think he is an Avengers villain, but he is a really good swordsman, because the whole time I was in like, who's the villain? Like, who's supposed to be what? And I think it's really
I thought it was supposed to be Echo.
I think so. I think it's 2. But I don't know. Maybe Echo's a good, because she's getting a show.
Maybe 3. Kingpin.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I hope it's Kingpin.
Yeah, I put it like this: you can't bring Echo's a character nobody knows and not have him connect to a popular character like Kingpin.
Right.
Because that's his adopted daughter, right, in the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, why change that?
And I would say, I think another thing was, damn, I forgot what I was trying to go with this. The swordsman, he was like, I don't know, like he's like that douchey stepdad vibe I got the entire time, and I was like, yo, this dude, she's gonna hate him. I think he's gonna be like awesome in this show. I think what I was trying to get to, I remember I was trying to get to. So going to the first episode, we start to see Hawkeye thinking about Black Widow, which the whole world forgot that she's dead. I know I sure did. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Look, Black Widow did die. And he is, thinking about her and things like that. And he's seen this crappy show of Rogers. And I put this, first off, I thought if they were to make Rogers a real thing, I would go see it. And I hope it's terrible, but I would still go see it.
Watch it be a success, and you have to do it in school.
Man, Rogers like a Broadway play of the MCU, that would be lit. It would probably be terrible, but it would be lit.
They probably can make it happen.
Have you ever watched like the Spider-Man? Like Spider-Man on Broadway?
No, I know it's
Is
terrible
it on
though.
Broadway? But yeah, but it was like a live Spider-Man show.
Yeah, I know it was terrible. I know that.
I would say it was interesting. I think I would have enjoyed it as a child, but as an adult, I'd be like, God, what the hell am I watching?
And it sucks more for him because it's about like them.
Yeah, and it was funny. I think one of the funniest moments of that particular part was that he was like, that guy wasn't there, and it was Ant-Man. He was like, yeah, he wasn't there. What the hell he's doing there? He didn't even say Ant-Man wasn't even a thing. Well, actually, he was a thing, but he wasn't like doing his thing.
He was like falling asleep, and his daughter trying to get him. He like, I've been through this all.
Oh, and another thing. So the one thing I was wondering is like, how did he become deaf? I was wondering if something like, oh, did he get hurt really bad in the series that he just became deaf? Something that happened in the first episode. And I think another thing, it reminds us that Hawkeye is human. I know we all like make fun of the fact that Hawkeye is just some guy with a bow and arrow, but he is human. He has no indestructible, he doesn't have a hammer or a shield or a suit of armor. He's literally just a guy with a bow and arrow running around. And he actually take in all those punches and pain and things like that, and how he became deaf over time with all these. Because people don't realize how loud explosions are loud. Like, not like I've ever been through an explosion or anything, but I've known people who've been part of veterans and things like that, who've seen bombs and been part of bombs, or even like shooting a gun. Like, shooting a gun is mad loud. That's why you got to put on like those muffs. But going through all that definitely takes a toll on your body.
I'm surprised Black Widow didn't go through anything similar, because we seen her do more in the MCU.
I mean, I'm probably, if she lived a little longer, I'm gonna say she lived a little longer, but I feel like that she
did go through something fatal.
I mean, to say she took the biggest sacrifice. She died. If Steve Rogers would have jumped off a cliff, he would have lived. You can imagine like Steve just jumping off.
Steve wouldn't survive.
Still alive. You think he wouldn't survive?
He gotta have the shield.
That's true. No, because he jumped off a building in Winter Soldier with a shield. That's true.
He always lands on his shield.
That's true.
Remember?
Yeah.
Which is weird. That's a whole other thing in itself. That shield don't look that big at times.
No, Civil War. Remember he fell out the window?
Yeah, his whole body was tucked in. Remember?
I feel like he like jumped off.
Cause we tried to compare it to the Marvel Legend, and we like, our whole body came.
Yeah, nah.
Cause we were like, how did he protect his whole body from a falling building? And like, we couldn't see his body at all.
Yeah.
No
cap. Yeah, no. I was trying to hide behind my shield to see that is that like even possible. Like, you got to crunch up your body really tight to get behind the shield.
So his shield is really big. It got to be.
Man. So going on episode 1, what would you say your favorite moment was?
I was really just watching it for Hawkeye. I'm not gonna even lie. Yeah. But Kay Bishop, she's pretty cool. So far I like her character. I wasn't a big fan of her character in the Avengers game. She's kind of annoying. But Haley Steinfeld is doing a great job. And I have to say, my favorite scene is where she snuck in to that little bidding.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she stole the Ronin suit.
I need a Ronin ass.
And she started whooping ass.
Bro, yeah. She was. No cap. I ain't gonna lie. The fight scenes on here is probably gonna be the best we're gonna see. In between them and like Falcon and Winter Soldier, obviously. But because Falcon and Winter Soldier,
Moon Knight gonna take that by.
You think so?
Yeah, Moon Knight about to take that away from them.
Midnight, yeah. Moon Knight better be. In terms of Disney Plus shows, I would say since Shang-Chi have the best fighting scenes between them and Winter Soldier. But in terms of Disney Plus shows, yeah,
Moon Knight about to take
gotta
that.
take that. I'll be highly disappointed
Unless we get a Daredevil show.
Unless we get a Daredevil show.
Then again, Moon Knight got powers and stuff, so.
Yeah. But I'll say my favorite part of episode 1 had to be, actually I would say the same thing, of of that bidding. I was trying to think of anything else that was in there that was kind of like.
I love the dog.
Yeah.
I forgot the dog's name, but the dog is mad adorable.
Like the pizza dog.
Yeah,
I forgot what like
but
the actual name.
that dog really isn't really like.
No, he's not really like that. That's CGI.
Which is pretty cool because I couldn't tell.
I'd be like,
and it's so
that
crazy.
dog has great acting skills.
It's so crazy to watch like Disney Plus shows, and they have like the budget for movies compared to like CW shows and all that.
Like
that's
even
what I'm
you can
expecting.
look at like the Agents of Shield versus like. Yeah, like versus like Disney Plus shows. Oh yeah, because Disney got a bank behind them.
Yeah, because that's how it was when I saw Falcon, like that opening scene of Falcon flying through the mountains. And
yeah,
stuff.
It looked like a movie.
I like, dang, bro,
like, this look like a real.
What kind of money y'all got?
Yeah,
I like y'all announcing all these series. What kind of money y'all got?
Oh yeah, and that's funny because you said CW. I said yeah, bro. CW has.
That's what I was expecting from Disney Plus. I like, wow, like dang,
it's about to be terrible.
When they announced that they're gonna make
shows, they're not about to spend this much on a show. On a Disney Plus show. That is not even guaranteed that a lot of there's people who still haven't watched, like my aunt, which is a good, she is an MCU fan. Like she's seen Eternals and things like that. Yeah. She has not watched not one Disney Plus show yet.
I got a friend like that too.
Like she has not watched any of the Disney Plus shows. And I was explaining to her about certain stuff confused. And I said, I said, well, yeah, you gotta watch them. They're not just shows just to like slap on there.
I said, I put it like this, like if you guys watching have not watched any of the Disney Plus shows and y'all want to go see No Way Home, you need to watch WandaVision and Loki.
Yes, and maybe, I would say that, yeah.
And maybe What If. What If is up to your choosing. You don't really have to sit there and watch What If.
Yeah. I think What If is like the only show that you don't have to like
really watch.
I mean, you can watch it, but it's fun to watch, but I don't think you're not going to like shoot yourself in the foot if you didn't watch it.
Yeah, exactly, cuz they're saying that Captain Carter's going to appear in Multiverse of Madness, and people who didn't see probably be like, who is that? But I still feel like that's not the thing you have to watch. I feel like you can explain that with like 10 seconds. Oh, this is just a universe where Peggy Carter took the super soldier serum.
Right.
But
all right, but going back to Hawkeye. Damn.
I'm sorry, we keep falling off.
We're terrible at this. All right. I think that's it for episode 1.
Thing is, it's just not much to talk about Hawkeye.
It
wasn't much that went on.
It's still early.
And in terms of episode 2, there still wasn't much going on. We had Hawkeye trying to get the Ronin suit back.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool. Was it episode 2 or episode 1 where we got that cool like scene where people threw like that fire and he like caught it back and threw it?
I think that's episode 2.
I think that was really cool. Like Hawkeye goes hard.
Bro, Hawkeye, that's what I'm saying. Hawkeye is like,
because he never misses.
People
I think that's like
shit
a thing
on Hawkeye, and I don't understand like why. I think like Hawkeye, like you don't have to understand like this dude. Again, this is me kind of comparing him to Batman. I don't want to say he's like Batman, but it's kind of like, is like literally a regular dude, a regular ass dude walking around.
But the Avengers need him though. Think about it. Avengers 1, he was there. They won. Avengers 2, he was there. They won. He wasn't in Infinity War. They lost.
Yeah, man, and they lost.
He was in Endgame.
If he was in Infinity War, where would he go? No, because he'll be with Steve.
Yeah,
technically, he'll be with Steve.
Because he's on the run.
Yeah. Nah, bro. You think about it, being Wakanda when Thanos come to that.
I wish they kind of explained that more though.
Distance.
Yeah.
And snipe that motherfucker.
I wish they kind of explained that more.
Between his eyes.
I know we're going off track, but like I said, it's not really much to talk about the show because nothing much happened. But I just thought about that. The whole, because remember Steve broke in at the end of Civil War and broke him out.
Yeah.
And everybody else, they explained where they went. They didn't really explain where Hawkeye went. Like we know he went and became Ronin, but why did he go become
And
Ronin?
I think this is what the show is definitely going to be talking about. And I think
never mind. Yeah. They totally explained it. He was on house arrest.
Yeah, he was on house arrest.
Then his family turned into dust. My bad.
Exactly.
But yeah, he was really cool. I like that little part where a guy like some what would you call it? It's like a place where you dress up and fight with fake swords.
LARP. It's like live action role play.
Live action role play, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that part was really funny. It gave me like, if you ever seen Jeremy Renner's Tag movie, it gave me that vibe.
Oh, it did.
That's exactly what I thought of when I saw that, because everything was in like slow motion.
I forgot about Tag.
He was taking out people
really
left and right. Yeah, that's why he wasn't able to film Infinity War, because he was making Tag.
God damn.
that's how he also injured himself, so he couldn't definitely do Infinity War.
Doing Tag, okay, but Tag went hard, so I guess it makes sense.
Tag is a good movie.
Tag was a good
Go
movie.
watch it.
And I would say my part of was, I feel like what's going to annoy me about this show is going to be the what's it called, the Sweat Jacket Gang. What's it called?
I don't know the name.
Gang or something
Jumpsuit,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, something like
they
that.
They seem pretty annoying.
They're gonna be pretty annoying.
They seem more comedic, if anything.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
man. I'll say this just to speed things forward about this episode, because again, not much happened. There's not really much to talk about. We get to see swordsman skills.
We got introduced to Echo. That's about it.
Her mom is mad shady in terms of what she getting herself into. I think she's definitely with the mob. She's definitely not ignorant to what's happening around her.
Probably, yeah.
And then we get to see
Echo.
So that's the thing. So we already know Echo's having a show. We kind of touched on that already. And we see her like, I think she's actually completely deaf. She was in the comics, she's Ronin. Like in the comics, I think she takes up the mantle of like she's actually Ronin.
So who knows? It's probably what she does. Who knows? But was that before Hawkeye in the comics or after?
I want to say after. I may be wrong. Please don't smite me, comic nerds. I don't know. I want to say after though.
Yeah, because we're not too familiar on Ronin and Hawkeye.
That's
overall.
One thing. I said I really need to read more comics. There's some people that's just like very comic savvy, and I'm like, man, I'll read comics, but I'm honestly not like, I can't tell you every single detail about it.
We're not sponsored by them, but if you want to go read all comic books, download Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah, I hope you can be lit if like Marvel sponsored us.
No, for real.
Marvel.
If you watching this, we
love you.
We love you. We love you. We like read comics and all that. Like, watch this video. We love you.
Any last notes or anything you want to talk about before we move on to the next?
I just hope we see Kingpin, because like I said, that's
Kingpin
her.
Will be a pivotal.
That's his daughter, and I put it like this: why give her a show if she's not that popular? Because if you wanted a show about a cool swordsman and all that, you literally could have used Elektra.
Yeah,
Elektra already exists.
Yo, and the thing is, not even just Kingpin. I just realized our camera turned off.
All right, so
sorry about that, y'all. So you probably hear like a very awkward cut because we realized that the camera turned off.
Yeah, that's our bad.
That's my fault. I forgot to plug it in.
That's pretty much it about Hawkeye. But now we gotta talk about these No Way Home tickets.
Yeah,
this was insane. You told me you were like in a 30-minute wait, dude. I was in a 5-minute wait, and here's the thing: I got our seats because I was just gonna be like, I really didn't have the money, but I did. Mm-hmm. I was just gonna be like, send it to me. But dude, I literally had our seats, and I hit checkout. It kept saying error. I reloaded like 5 times, then it put me back, and I said, "Are you serious?" It said the seats were taken.
Yo, so this is how. All right, so as you guys know, Spider-Man No Way Home tickets officially dropped Monday. It's on Spider Monday, and it dropped at 11. All right, so we live in Texas, so they said it's going to be midnight Eastern time, and Texas is Central time, I think. And so we're an hour before that. So for us, it dropped at like 11. So what ended up happening was I've been literally sitting in front of my computer and phone and tablet since maybe 9:30.
Yeah.
And not like I was sitting here waiting for, I was waiting for tickets, but I was watching movies and movie shows, YouTube clips, playing with figures and things like that. And I think around 10:55, I'm like, let me just go ahead and get everything ready. So the tickets were like available, like to get. So I clicked on it and I was going to be in this line. It was like this virtual line AMC put you in for like 10 minutes. I was like, oh, sweet. This is going to be a breeze. Every time it happened, I literally was able to pick our seats. We was trying to see it. So we have this thing that we like to see it in the Dolby Theater. If people who don't know what a Dolby Theater is, Dolby is a awesome experience in terms of sound, visuals, and things like that. I know Apple use like the brand in terms of like their AirPods and their MacBooks, the Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and things like that. But we love going to the Dolby Theater because our theater, that is the only theater with recliner seats. And so we were like, yeah, it'd be great if we saw this in Dolby. So I get into the seating chart and I pick our seats. Beautiful seats. I was like, yo, we in this thing. Bag freaking secured. And it kicks me out. Just like that. And I was like, what? And so I'm like clicking and clicking. I'm like redoing. It would just not bring me on to the next page in order to pay for it. And then it says seats are no longer available. I'm like, damn, okay, cool. It's still early. It's 11:03 or 11:05, something like that. And then I go through the same thing. Now, the wait time was 35 minutes. And I was like, what? So I was like, okay, how about this? Now, by the way, I'm doing all this on my phone. So I put my phone onto the side. I'm saying, okay, I'm just going to wait the 35 minutes on my phone. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to go on, I'm getting my iPad loaded up with another movie time, another theater, just in case something else were to happen. And this is not necessarily, trying to do it all that for the same time. I had different tabs open for different theaters, different times, different locations of theaters, different types of theaters, Studio Movie Girl, Cinemark, Fandango. Every single of those websites were like crashed. Couldn't do anything on them. Like, you barely can even get on Fandango.com. It wasn't even like, let me click on Spider-Man and it crashes. No, you couldn't even get on Fandango.com. Cinemark wasn't even loading at all. So I feel sorry for anybody who's trying to see it at a Cinemark theater that night, because there was no way you're getting in. But AMC was the only movie theater. It was barely going, but it was the only movie theater that actually worked. Slowly, but it worked.
Yeah.
So then all those were saying like 50 something minutes. And I was like, golly. And yeah. So long story short, this whole thing, I stayed up till 3 a.m. until I finally scored some tickets to Spider-Man. And we are seeing it at an IMAX theater. And we're both of us kind of like rolling our eyes right now because people has this thing, they hype up IMAXs, but I don't know what's the big hype about IMAX. I know, it's a big ass screen. I get it. Honestly, it's not that great. That's why we like Dolby. Dolby, we actually felt like we actually have a better experience in IMAX.
I think it's cool to relax while watching a movie, not just sitting in a
These seats are crusty as hell. It wouldn't even like, it's not even like, I'm sorry. We just like recliner seats. That's just that's all we want in a theater.
It
didn't even have to be Dolby. If it's just recliner seats.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
we're good. Finna say, if we just had recliner seats, it would have been fine. Like the theater that I was trying to get us to, that was in Burleson. Sorry, this like people don't live in Texas. This is city called Burleson. But Burleson, they actually had like all their theaters actually have recliner seats. Yeah. And so I was like, all right, looks like we're going to have to go to Burleson because our movie theater is not working. But anyway, I got us some seats in IMAX. That was the only one that we were going to see it at 6:30. Seats are fine. I'll say my favorite seats is like one in the middle, like smack dead in the middle of the theater.
Yeah, because you get the best.
Yeah, I remember we was like, what movie went to go see? Venom. Yeah. And we was like, yo, these seats go hard. Like, we need to try to fight for these seats every time we go see something.
Yep. Yeah. And don't think we not seeing Spider-Man No Way Home in Dolby. We're going to go back.
Yeah, we actually going to get our tickets the next day just to go see it in Dolby.
Yeah, because we can't go out like that.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. And yeah, dude, it was, but no, tickets were a struggle. Now, you sent me this yesterday about people are selling their Spider-Man No Way Home tickets for like $20,000.
Yeah, nobody's gonna buy that. That's stupid.
Yeah. And if you did buy that, first of all,
I'm just gonna say it. $20,000 for a ticket that I'd just rather go see like on a Saturday or something for like $10.
Somebody was saying that they somebody I work with was saying that he refuses to see Spider-Man opening weekend because he said he saw a video of somebody walking out of Endgame screaming, Tony dies! Tony dies! Tony dies! And how devastated would you be if somebody would just blurt out something like crazy like that? So me and Rocky decided that we're just gonna put in our AirPods until
full blast.
We're gonna listen to music. We're barely gonna even talk to each other. We're just gonna have AirPods in. We're just gonna walk because thing is the first showtime. Because what our original plan was, we were trying to see it the very very first showtime, which was like 3:30, and
stuff came up.
We couldn't get tickets that early, and then my wife wanted to see. Another thing is my wife wanted to see it, so we kind of had to see it at 6 anyway. She almost didn't see this movie. I'm gonna tell you that right now, but But so we're going to see it at 6. So we're going to be the second showing at this theater. And
so we're trying our best to protect ourselves from spoilers because, it's a Marvel movie and we're hyped to see it. But even though he loves Hulk, Captain America, and Iron Man, we still, me for sure, I still love Spider-Man, but we deeply love Spider-Man. And it's rumors that we could be seeing the OG Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, and we grew up with them as well. So this movie is hyped up to be Spider-Man Endgame, so we really want to see it. And so we don't want that spoiled for us.
Yeah, and like I genuinely like surprises. Like I love surprises. Like I hate.
You're in for a big one.
Yeah, man. I love surprises. Like even for my birthday. Don't tell me what you got me for my birthday. Don't tell me what you got me for Christmas, unless something I told you and it just something happens. But I love surprises.
We probably gonna have to turn the comments off.
Yeah.
Cause I said there's one that you didn't see. Somebody probably be a button commented.
Oh yeah, no.
So comments are not available on this one.
I'm gonna say we're not. But I'm gonna say because people don't know how to act.
And back to the whole excitement for No Way Home. It was like we talked about this in our first episode that we got spoiled for something. So Garrett, if you're watching this, you're gonna enjoy the hell out of this movie. Nothing's gonna be predictable for you. Yeah. But I will say everything. So far, what I've seen is going to be predictable for me. But it's one thing you have not seen that you're going to...
I really want to know what this is. Because I feel like I had the ultimate spoil. I seen the ultimate spoil.
Yeah, that wasn't...
But apparently there's something worse than what I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I can't give you... I don't... Normally, I give him hints even though he doesn't want hints. But this one for sure, I'm like, I can't give you hints on this one.
But nothing topped like the worst spoiler of all time that was spoiled for me.
Oh, if you would have saw that, what I saw, it would have ruined it for you.
Really? Okay, just to give y'all, I got spoiled about Captain America picking up Mjolnir during Endgame. I just saw it. It was just a freaking YouTube thumbnail. And
literally an hour before he was going to go see it.
Yeah, no, this is literally the day of.
Yeah.
This is the day of. Because remember Endgame saw it was like a day early in China or something like that, or Japan or something like that. It was another country. And I was just like, Yo, I literally sat there and like, no, I don't believe it. That's not gonna happen. It's Photoshop. I literally had to talk myself into saying it was Photoshop.
He really came, cause me and Gary was like, what's wrong? Cause like we were waiting in Studio Movie Grill and he was just not talking. He like, bro, I'm kind of over today. I'm like, but it's Endgame, bro. Why are you not hyped for that?
Bro.
He was like, I saw something. Yeah, and it's so crazy.
That was like the ultimate.
Cause when you go through, like text messages and all that, I found the text message part that we were talking about. I said, he like, bro, I just ruined. I said, Sean, did you? And then you sent the gift of Childish Gambino running at the end of this.
Yo, bro, I still can't believe that happened to me.
I'm gonna see if I can find that.
Bro, no. So it was funny. Oh, here's another thing. So going back to, I almost bought tickets to see Spider-Man at Studio Movie Grill. And we laugh about this all the time because I refuse to see another hype movie at Studio Movie Grill. But thing is, I was so desperate to find these tickets, I almost just did it. Because Studio Movie Grill, literally, it was at the time, it was still literally like an empty theater. We was going to see it like at 7:00 and things like that. So Studio Movie Grill, for people who don't know who Studio Movie Grill is, you probably have a theater already like it. But Studio Movie Grill is, oh my God. Wait, so let's read it out. Say, was it the age? Wait, you said they teased it. Yo, you gotta send me a screenshot of that, bro. Yeah, you gotta send me a screen. Yo, I'm gonna insert a screenshot of our conversation. I still can't believe you got that, bro. I still can't believe, bro. Oh my God.
No, because I sent it to Garrett.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro.
Oh, bro.
I think Sean spoiled the movie for himself.
I spoiled the fuck, bro. Anyway, and so we went to go see Endgame, and this was the time that. I don't know what part of the movie it was. Either when Cap lifted Mjolnir or it was during the whole thing when all the Avengers... Oh, when he's about to say Avengers Assemble. I think it was that. It was Avengers Assemble. And this waitress comes up and was like, hey, how are you going to be paying for your... I'm like, ma'am, if you don't get the hell out my way. And this is all during like the whole thing. She's like, I'm over here digging for my card, trying to watch the movie. I'm trying to...
It's so funny because he was still sitting in his seat. Literally, everybody jumped out their seat and started like hyping each other up.
And I'm over here trying to pay for my chicken strips. I'm over here trying to away from these goddamn chicken strips.
Cause I'm looking to cause this is how it goes. So I have Sean and I have my brother Garrett. I always like to be in the middle because we like to talk about theories and all that we picked up. So me and Garrett are jumping, but I'm realizing like this space feel empty. I look back, this dude's like this.
I'm over here trying. But she was all up in my face. Studio Movie Grill. If y'all are listening to this podcast, have people let us pay for our meal at the credits during the credits, please. It's fine. It's a Marvel movie, not Marvel movie. I'm sorry. But at least after the post-credit scene or something like that. At least y'all need to find out the parts of the movie that y'all think it's socially acceptable to go up to someone's fucking face and get... Bro, I'm still mad about that, bro. I'm like, man, if y'all don't get the hell out my face, and I'm gonna pay for my chicken strips later. I got the money.
It's so crazy because when it happens to me and Garrett, they like come to the side of us so they're not in the way.
No, this lady was in my face. I didn't, like, there was a good portion... I missed a good 30 seconds because this girl big ass head was in the way, talking about, hey, here's your ticket for your. I'm like, if you don't get the hell out of my way. Oh, yo, I think I threw my debit card at her. Like I literally like, here, take it. Like get here, give yourself a tip. Get the hell out the way. Oh my god. Anyway, that's now. Don't get me wrong. I love Studio Movie Grill in terms of like movies because we saw. I had a good time when we saw Spider-Man
Into the Spider-Verse because nobody bothered us.
Nobody bothered us.
No, we got. I think each room is set up differently.
Yeah.
So you like had to hit the button. All that. I think the one for Endgame we didn't have the button.
Yeah,
that's why they came and checked. So yeah, that's why we weren't bothered.
No,
but it's so crazy. Because Into the Spider-Verse didn't have nowhere near that hype. So I guess that's why we were just chilling.
Yeah.
Just a Spider-Man cartoon movie.
We're going to watch IMAX uninterrupted.
Yeah.
In a room full of people. I think it's about IMAX.
In a room full of dirty chairs.
Yo, them chairs dirty.
I ain't gonna say where because
chairs are dirty,
I don't want them to take. I'm not gonna say where because I don't want them to take away A-list membership. Be like, oh, that's
A-list membership. There's only one person. There's only one company that do A-list memberships.
Be like, but they don't know which one though.
Which one? Okay.
They be like, oh, so that's how you feel about our seats.
No, but them chairs are crusty. That's why we didn't want to see.
I'm over here thinking IMAX is like the dream because you're paying $17.
Yeah.
Like I ain't broken none. Like 17 not a problem, but
that's a lot.
Normal seats. It's literally normal seats with a big screen.
Yeah, and thing is, it's not even like that. It's not even that.
And it's the same price as Dolby, so I'm thinking,
it's the same price.
Something else is gonna be good about it. Nope. So long story short, we're seeing it in IMAX, but we're definitely seeing it again in Dolby.
Yeah.
Now, this is something I know more about. But next topic. It's been confirmed by Sony that we're getting 3 more MCU Spider-Man movies.
Yes.
But she also said there possibly could be a live action Into the Spider-Verse movie with that version of Miles coming in to be with Tom.
Yeah, I'm
now, some people may not be here for that because they're like, oh, it's an animation. But I think it'd really be cool to have like the animation version of Miles pop out into a live action version as if like, because I'm sure down the line we're going to have Tom Holland appear in the cartoon movies.
Right.
So I think that'd be pretty cool. But these 3 movies, it's so crazy because it's like what I've been telling you guys. It could be the college trilogy. Now, but if that's true, we know Tom is taking a break. So if that's true that we're getting 3 more movies, is it also true that we're going to get a Disney Plus show in between that?
I could assume so because our Disney Plus show because it's the freshman year, and then we can do one of senior year.
Yeah,
like that, and that could definitely be a show in itself.
And so with that, I know a lot of people were asking, will Tom voice freshman year? So if Sony and Marvel is working together, it only makes sense for him to voice it since it's MCU Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to do a thing with the whole like what they did with What If. Because that's still MCU. He mentioned certain stuff. So that could have been Tom. So I really hope Tom does the voice acting for freshman year.
Yeah, I hope so. That's an easy bag to get, Tom. Tom, don't sleep on that money. I know you want to take a break, but man, you literally could voice him from home. Like,
but yeah,
a lot of
literally,
people do. You literally could voice him from home. I really hope it's him.
But
college years though. So that's the thing. So here's the thing about Spider-Man college years. Because Tom made this whole thing that made it seem like he didn't know if he was going to come back as Spider-Man and things like that, which we kind of call bullshit since the day he said that. But thing is, he does say like, it's going to be a completely different Spider-Man if he were to come back. And there's only a matter of time we're going to find out literally 16 days from now. Remember, it was like 16 months?
Man.
It is 16 days.
These days, that's like 2 weeks.
Yeah, dude, that's like 2 weeks, yeah.
That need to go by quick.
Yeah, it is going to go by quick. And, but like, what did this movie lead to in terms for Spider-Man? Because here's the thing, and this is what I was trying to get to, I was getting into in like the past podcast, because we introduced Doc Ock, we introduced Green Goblin, we introduced Electro, we introduced like literally 5-6 villains, in one movie, and they're like pivotal villains on that. Now is just gonna be like a big reset? They're gonna have combined everything and we're just gonna act like No Way Home has never happened? What other villains we're gonna tackle in terms of I'm saying these college years, or these possible college years of Spider-Man, and things like that. Like, what does it? Because I'm like, y'all literally like just threw in almost the rest of, I'm saying, Spider-Man villains we care about in one movie. Now I would say this, Venom.
Yeah.
So we can at least say that Venom might be happening in at least one of these movies. Gonna be Venom.
Yeah, about the whole college years thing. I know people complaints about MCU Spider-Man, but I think what they're trying to do with this college thing is, think about it. When you're with your parents and you're in your parents' home, you don't really struggle. But once you're on your own, you struggle.
Yeah.
So maybe we're gonna get that. I mean, this is what No Way Home is hyping up. But maybe we're going to get, that Spider-Man in the college years. Because think about it. He's probably going to move out. He's definitely going to have money problems if he's by himself, on his own, living together with somebody.
I mean, and that's what it was. Because the thing is, because when you think about it, even going back to Sam Raimi, he wasn't really poor.
He wasn't.
The first Spider-Man. But he didn't really start struggling until he was like,
that was like
adult shit is hard.
Yeah, that was.
It is.
Yeah, I think it was only one instance where we saw that in the Raimi movies that Ahmed was struggling to pay. And that was literally in Spider-Man 2.
Is another cool thing is not cool. It's not cool. But like, it's because of Ben. Uncle Ben died. And,
of course.
The thing is, that's a natural thing. That's, when couples, especially when they lose like a spouse, and that's like
it's
another
harder.
form of income, that's like half your income already gone. Like, I put like this.
Yeah, because she doesn't have a job.
Because like, if, like God forbid, if something were to happen to me between me and my wife, that's a good portion of like income that comes into paying for this place. That's gone, and vice versa, and so yeah, that is like that's going to be like a real thing. And man, and I would say this in college years. I think a lot of, I'm saying Spider-Man's,
greatest stories.
Not necessarily his greatest stories, but I was saying in terms of cleaning up Spider-Man, getting him the Spider-Man everybody wants to see. I think a lot of it's going to be done through freshman year, believe it or not. I think they're going to freshman year, because they're going to do freshman year, and then it's going to pick up right where it left off in in terms of if it's going to be his college.
We can see the characters we all know and love. He didn't meet Harry in high school. He didn't meet Harry, Gwen, or MJ in high school. He met them in college.
Really? So
we can meet those people. And I wanted Zendaya to be Mary Jane so bad. Like, she's so, like, remember her with red hair?
Yeah, bro, and everybody was like talking about like, she don't even look good in red hair. And she posted that pic. I said, yep. No.
I think it'd be so cool if, like, at the end of No Way Home, because we saw them set photo, look like he like gonna try to win her back because she forgot everything. I think it'd be cool if he just like stops and said, I can't do this. I can't risk putting her in danger. A couple years later, he finds MJ. He's like, MJ? Then you like scroll, like the camera pans up and you see like Michelle Jones all prettied up, and it'd be like, face it, jackpot. You think face it, you just hit the jackpot.
You think like the No Way Home is just gonna like reset the MCU? I'm gonna say reset the MCU, but reset Spider-Man. Like literally just like a literal reset button.
I don't think it would do all that. I don't think it would like reset it. Like,
I think at the end of the movie he's gonna remember No Way Home. Like he's gonna remember all this stuff that just happened.
Maybe that's a good, maybe.
Because I'm about to say, because think about it, like thinking about like the next 3 movies. What other than the villains that we already know, like who you think? I mean, I can name a few, but
they could come back.
Not necessarily like come back, but like who, like the next 3 movies
be introduced.
Like introduce.
Well, if we're going based off the people they're promoting for No Way Home, we haven't seen Scorpion.
Yeah, that's one that popped into my head.
Vulture
Scorpion.
could come back.
Yeah.
Venom, and maybe Morbius. Maybe.
Morbius,
maybe.
Craven.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
Craven,
We could definitely
Craven.
do a trilogy then. Because I think the thing is like all the villains that I would like want to see, especially in his college years, they're doing it No Way Home.
Prowler.
Prowler.
Because Miles Morales exists in the MCU. Mm-hmm. And Aaron Davis does as well. But I'm really excited for what's to come in the future for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have the most movies. I mean, Thor's getting the 4th movie, but that's
he's getting
6 Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, and plus, Toby didn't make it past 3. Well, this is going to be, I don't know, maybe his 4th. Possibly.
Yeah.
And
we ain't getting no Spider-Man 4, guys. Stop asking for it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. These people are like, Spider-Man 4. Y'all
like,
seen
do
Toby?
do y'all ever sit down and
dude?
think if he even wants to dedicate himself to a whole movie? Like,
Toby has not been in a movie since Great Gatsby. I'm saying, I don't know.
well, Boss Baby.
Oh yeah, he
and
was
that's
in
voice
Boss
acting.
Baby. That was voice acting.
But
yeah. He did that shit for home.
like we love Toby. We don't want you
Yeah.
to think we hate Toby. We grew up with Toby.
Yeah, I love Toby.
We have love for all Spider-Man. They bring something different to the table.
All Spider-Man matter.
My whole thing is with that, it's like y'all got to think about the actors too. Like, does
He's
Toby
old.
really want to sit here and dedicate himself to a whole new movie by himself? Because that's a lot of weight on him. Because if he's in No Way Home, like people speculate, that's still not completely on him. He's not the main Spider-Man to focus on. So he's not going to dedicate himself to 2 hours for a movie.
By the way, we're going to record our Spider-Man No Way Home reaction.
You guys, you guys are getting a vlog and a review for Spider-Man No Way Home.
I'm going to have my record. I'm going to have the whole podcast set up in the car, and we're going to talk
We thought-
about it. We're going to literally be in the parking lot of the theater talking about Spider-Man No Way Home.
We have it, like, we've been saying it before. If you go scroll down to our older videos, we have another brother named Garrett.
Yeah.
Garrett's off that day. We can make a podcast of predictions and all that before we go to the movie.
Before we see it, you know what, the first
And then
half of the
combine
podcast,
that, yeah.
first half before, and then we gotta do that.
Yeah,
We're gonna be,
you guys are getting a podcast.
we're gonna get. I need another microphone
Because, by the way, Garrett and Dopest Geek are like the comedic people. Like, they're funny. So I'm pretty sure Garrett's gonna say something to make y'all laugh.
I know it around a joke or two, but yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It wasn't really much to talk about this episode.
Yeah. Oh, and Rhino. Sorry, I was thinking about villains. I think.
Oh yeah, Rhino.
But this is just a chill episode. I know there's not a lot of much to talk about, so I'll put like this, guys. I hope you got your tickets for Spider-Man No Way Home, guys.
Yeah, because I know it was a battle.
The one we've been waiting for. And I'll put like this. It's starting to become back to normal in terms of life. I know COVID kind of crippled movies for a second. But
we're back now.
It's back. Guys, this is the biggest movie. Well, this is one of the biggest ticket sales in history.
35 million plus within 24 hours.
And now this everything's going back more. This is the first time, because when we've been seeing like Shang-Chi opening night, when we saw Eternals opening night, it was so easy to grab those seats.
And it still wasn't completely filled in those theaters.
Wasn't packed. Yeah, it still wasn't packed theaters.
Especially Eternals.
But now Spider-Man is going back to, we all get to be under the same roof. Wear a mask, but we all get to be under the same roof again as Marvel fans, as the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And honestly, I'm more excited about that than anything.
I just thought about something. Do you think this movie's going to get an after credit?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Hands down. Hands down. And we're going to talk about that.
You know, we said that about Homecoming.
What was Homecoming after credit?
So, you sat here this long, blah, blah, this and that. Thought you were going to, Captain America, trolling us.
Yeah, we're going to get it home. Yeah, we're going to have the after credit. We got to.
I think it would be cool. It don't even necessarily have to be a legit after credit, but I think it would be cool if we had all three, Toby and Andrew, come sit down and talk to the people. Thank you so much for watching this movie.
Oh, God. I'll cry.
Yeah, I'll cry.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man just had a different feeling in my heart for some reason. His movies weren't all that, but it's just something about Andrew Garfield. I felt the heart more with him and Toby. Not saying I don't feel it with Tom, but yeah, you guys. So what's next episode? I don't know. What's the next episode?
I'm so excited. I don't know. We probably gonna talk about Hawkeye. Episode
guys,
3.
we can make countless videos on Spider-Man. We can't do a Q&A, so email us at geeknationpodcast21@gmail.com and just give us video topic ideas and Q&A. We want to do a Q&A video answering your questions. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys.
All right. Catch you guys on the next podcast.